Okay, it's a mild day, and I may come back down here later on. I'm supposed to be in the kitchen. I've got a gazillion things that need to be done at there. Um, but I wanted to just kind of show you. This is kind of after the storm still. Um, just kind of letting things. I did lose one stalk because it broke. Um, so I did lose one stalk of corn. It had already the cob. It had one cob that was on it that was close to being ready. As you can see, these are getting closer and closer. Um, I'm pretty proud because, minus the storm, this would have been a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bed it was prior to. And you can see, there's some sunflowers that are mixed in with this. And the storm kind of just waylaid everything in this bed. It just, so whatever we get, we get. I'm going to be planting, stay up there, little stalk. I would kind of I'm not really moving them as much as I was initially after the storm because, well, that's how I broke one. So, but I am going to replant some squash. It'll, hopefully I'll have enough time for it to come up and have a fall harvest, which will be great. I still have, with the corn leaning, it's kind of killing out. You look down here, it's kind of affecting the ability for this to produce. Um, sunflowers, sunflowers, sunflowers. Um, they're coming in way better than I anticipated. The ideal that I had in mind, it was just going to be a beautiful looking thing. But the weather happened. It's another sunflower. Um, there is still some squash producing. Tom just mowed last night, so everything should be, we weeded, so everything should be pretty down low. But if you hear me squall, as I've told you, although I am a mountain country girl, me and snakes are not my friend. There are snakes that have come through my yard. But here's what I was telling you about where these lean so much. They're kind of like killing out the squash plants that I have on. Or, I think this side is yellow squash. The other side has some zucchini. But I do have enough time to replant and get a few fall. You can see a couple of marigolds, if I can get it, that I just kind of threw them in there just for kicks and giggles. There's some mushrooms, no big, I'm not worried about them. The beans are, I don't know. I don't know if it's, I grew one bean, so I don't know if beans are a lost cause for me or not. I'm going to plant another crop of them because I have time to do that and harvest them in the fall. This little squashy it just keeps kicking off squash. I need to trim some of the leaves off, but I'm kind of holding off because they have the little prickly things which do kind of protect the squash itself. Sorry, I'm a little rambly today. This one, I'm not so sure. I keep trying to get it put back. If you have an issue, let me just show you something real quick. This is the original vine from the squash. Okay, if you have this happen where, for whatever reason, this dies out, if you put the vine back into the soil, it will root again and it will vine out again. This one hasn't successfully grown a produced anything yet because I think there's a bunny or something. You know, we have had problems with groundhogs and stuff like that, and I think they're getting to this one because it's lower before it can produce. And you can see the same thing. This one's got some stuff getting ready to produce. We'll see. I'm not even sure what kind of squash these are because I dropped the whole tray and just planted the ones I could salvage out of the ones that I planted way early. Potatoes doing fine. I probably need to dig them out. The bushes that we planted, we kind of forgot to put holes in the bottom of the buckets, and when the storm came through, we kind of think we may have drowned them. So yeah, the rosemary still doing a wonderful job. Still some work that needs to be done. It'll happen. The oregano, this one, which is the Italian oregano, is doing wonderfully. I planted Greek oregano in the house and it died. Don't know. I just don't know. Something I learned, and of course mint and all various types of mint that I need to harvest them. I may do that today. Something I learned kind of on a I don't know what the word is, just I guess kind of a fluke, for lack of a better way of putting it. I know to deadhead flowers or top them, dry them, and then you have your seeds for the next year. Okay, I did not know the many benefits of marigold. I'm learning that. We'll do a video on it. What I discovered kind of on accident, whenever you top your marigolds, you know, you don't completely top them, like completely take all of the flowers off, but if you take some of them, it makes them a bigger plant. I'll show you in one of the other beds. But let's see, have some green pepper. I ran out of stakes. I need to get another few stakes to stake the rest of this up. Working on it. Just crushed some, powdered some eggshells, dropped them in there. Lemon cucumber, again, need more stakes. It's starting to come up, I kind of was getting real discouraged, but here we are. And again, if you hear the noises, that's the deterrents. But this is what I was telling you. I was talking with my mom about this last night. This started as one of those like 12-pack jobbies that you get from Home Depot. I think I got them from Lowe's or Home Depot, one of the two. This is how big this is. This is one marigold. This is one. And what that means is next year, not only will I be able to plant more since I'm saving my own seed, but I know to plant them farther apart and to top them like I have been these. There's some stuff happening in this tomato bed. As you can see, they just kind of jumped up. A little bit of okra. The peppermint, I kind of was a little apprehensive for a while if it was going to take off. It has. This, if you remember, I planted one little plant of peppermint that I bought at the store. These are just some zennas, I can't remember, you know, just a few flowers that I just put in the bed just to kind of make it pretty. And the lavender is doing well. It is starting to spread and multiply. There's peppermint behind, um, so that's okay. At some point, we're going to address this bed. I've noticed that there are some lima beans growing. There may be some other beans. Don't know. It's just been I just looked at my other tomatoes in the buckets and they're dry again. This is just blowing my mind. We're gonna have to, I guess, water more. We just watered a few days ago. Apparently we're gonna have to water more because they're just not really, they're not keeping water. I may put some coconut coir in there to help with that. Cucumber bed doing really cool, good. Need to work them some more, staking them up. Ran out of stakes, haven't been back to the store. There's some basil. Comfrey is growing like crazy. I need to cut it back again. It does not take long for comfrey. You can use it for so many different things. It does not take long for comfrey to become fertilizer for your plant, for your garden of now. I've clipped several leaves and put it throughout the garden. Oh, whoa, we need to, looks like pull some more cabbage. Yes, we need to pull some more cabbage heads. As you can see, there's cabbage moss in here. I don't know how they managed to get in under the netting, but they did. So we're going to start pulling what we can from here. I'm going to get some DE or something like that and do that. I don't know what's going on with these tomatoes. I really don't. They just, the leaf curl is crazy. You see the sage is growing really well. I don't know what's going on here. We're gonna water again and go from there because something cray is happening. I'm gonna be planting some beets, planting some other things to harvest for fall. The cool just went away. Lemon balm back there, so I'm probably going to go inside and come back out later. Just befuddled with these tomatoes this year. Cucumbers doing well, starting to produce. I guess we're going to have to water more. Kentucky Caramel Mint, oh my gosh, this, if you have not ever grown this, I recommend that you do because it smells so good. But yeah, that's kind of the quick. I got to get in here at some point and pull these peas out. I have more growing inside that I'm going to put back in here. We have to fix, the storm knocked over the one, and I know you can't see through there, through the thing. The storm it just broke the other thing, so we have to deal with that. Tomato bed is finally starting to show some signs of, there for a while it just didn't seem to really be bushing or doing anything. It's finally doing something. Marigolds, onions, yeah. So, we've got some okra coming up here, there, and yonder. Gonna put a few other things out and we'll just keep going. I may, I don't know. Um, we'll just kind of keep going. Anyway, that's kind of where we're at today. Sun just kind of like appeared, so it's hot. So y'all have a good day. Remember, I'm the mayor's daughter. Little garden walk around. I'm gonna do a little bit of work and then go in the house and do what I'm supposed to be doing. Have a good one. See you. Bye.